Okay, brought the bike in because the light's actually mounted on the bike. This one is a special light. It's called a full beam fusion speed LED. Kind of a mouthful there. What we have here is a $650 light, a flashlight, really a self-contained light that claims 3,000 lumens. It's got 3 LEDs, self-contained from the UK, and it's got some pretty special technology. What it has is a speed sensor. So just like your bike computer has a magnet, little sensor there, wired to the light. So you can ride with it with a speed sensor, or you can ride with it without. So without the light, it's just like any other light, low and high mode. But what's interesting is when I took photos of it, it was awesome. 220 on the Mtbr Lux meter, super nice beam pattern, but the owner of the company said, hey, that's only at 70%. So they ship the light at 70% when you don't have the speed sensor attached. He taught me how to program it to get 100% of the light, and then it measured 260 Mtbr Lux, so quite a bit brighter than the original the readings. And I said, why do you ship it at 70%? And he said, oh, because he didn't really say, but in so many words, it gets hot. It's basically over boosted when it's at 100%. And I said, I was thinking that's not really fair if you're over boosting a light and can't sustain that level for an hour, if I'm comparing it to other lights. But this concept is really, this light is meant to be used with a speed sensor. And with a speed sensor, you only get the max light when you're going over a certain speed, usually 15 miles an hour, or you can program it to 20 or 25 miles an hour. And because of that, they know it's not going to be on full blast for a long time, and they can get that maximum brightness out of it. The other thing is they know it's going to be cooled, even though it's getting hot at that level. They know it's going to be always maximum wind going through it, as opposed to a normal light where you gotta be ready for the light to just sit there in traffic in a stoplight, while you're baking the light, so to speak, with no airflow. So without further ado, let me turn it on. So this is one of those lights where you turn it on and you say, wow, that's bright, and then you realize it's on low mode. So this is the low mode of the light, and then we'll crank it up to high, and there you go. So there's a tree close by, a yellow tree and a big tree, but it's all illuminated, the grass, everything, just a huge halo of light. There you go. So on this mode, the faster you go, the brighter the light goes. And one of the benefits of that is it actually allows your eye to do some of the work. The human eye can really see pretty well in the dark, but if you get used to a 3,000 lumen light, it's not going to do that much work. But you notice when you get out of the movie theater, right into the sunlight, you can barely, it's so bright, you can barely see. Everything's white. That's because your eye is adjusted to the movie theater. It takes a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds, for your eyes to adjust. So what this light wants to do is to let your eye do some of the work. So instead of stepping down pretty quickly, it steps down slowly. So as it steps down slowly, it's letting your eye adjust to the little darker light. So I'm going to try to ride it a little bit. I don't know if this will come out, but this is the full beam fusion speed LED for $650. So as I hit full speed, this thing should brighten. So here, it's getting super bright. And as I slow down, squeaky brakes, the light dimmed down quite a bit. So it's all adjustable. What high speed is you can define, and you can adjust as well how fast it dims down. You know, sometimes you don't want it dimming down instantly if you have a lot of technical terrain. During the most technical sections, you slow down, but you actually need bright light. But this should be able to adjust for that. And with this speed LED mode, they say it lasts 4 hours. So a little 370 gram light will give you 3,000 lumens claimed and 4 hours of runtime without hitting the switch. That's pretty cool.